Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to speak about a topic called the flow of life. It's I'm inspired to speak about this based on my sixth painting. It's called the flow of life. It's also this painting is towards the end of the series. I was painting it, and the natural progression of the topics that came in my head. The natural progression was of me analyzing life and what life is all about, and realizing that life happens. No matter what happens, life will always go on. That phrase kept on coming, hitting me in my head, coming up in my head non-stop, that no matter what happens, life will always go on. But when people say that phrase, no matter what happens, life will go on, it's usually said in a very emotionally intense way, usually after maybe a heavy incident that has occurred in one's life, a traumatic incident, just an intense moment. And at that point, someone uses that phrase either to comfort you, someone uses that phrase either to hit you with reality that whatever, life goes on, with that tone. Or if someone is trying to tell you in a very softer way that it's okay, yes, this has happened to you and it's difficult at the moment, but life goes on, time will take care of everything. Just have some patience and be kind to yourself. Life goes on. So this kept on running in my head like a tape recorder, and I decided to express that thought, um, in by converting it into an emotion. So if you look at the painting, you can see that it is once again a very, to me, it was a very calming. I put it in a very calming way. So the energy when I painted it was that of a lot of a lot of um, calmness. I tried to bring about the calmness by using the colors of that bring about calm in a person's mind. It's usually blue. So if you look at it, there is a lot of blue in it. But the significance is of this lone figure who's standing over there. He is taking a moment. He's taking a moment. I don't know how the topic just came, that the idea of a campsite came to my head. The campsites are usually, people go camping because they want to get away from everything, from the city, the noise, the mundane routine, whatever it is that you want to get away from. So you say, okay, I'm going to go and camp at this place. And when someone decides to go and camp amidst nature, it is to put aside the chaotic energy, the chaotic emotion, the chaos of life, and embrace for that moment the calmness that comes from nature. So that came from within me, and I just decided to paint that. So this lone figure, he is in nature, he's camping, he has his tent, he's got his fire going, there is a kettle, he's drinking his coffee, and he's staring right ahead. He's looking into the mountains. Most, if you, it's all abstract, I know. My intention was to make it abstract so that whoever's looking at it will decipher it the way that they want to. You look at it and you can interpret it the way you want. So everything is like blurry, it's abstract, but at the same time there's clarity. He's looking at the horizon, and there is the sun is either rising or it's setting. That's up to you how you want to look at it. He is deep in thought. He is not on his phone. He is not speaking to somebody. There's no one. He's all alone. He's with himself, and he is looking at something far away in the distant, probably reminiscing, probably just admiring the beauty of nature, however you want to interpret it. But to me, my lone figure was in a moment of peace. He was in alignment with himself. He had put aside the chaos. He said, okay, I don't know how long I'm going to be in this moment for, but I'm going to connect mind, body, and soul and be in the moment. That was my intention when I painted it. The focal point is the river flowing. There are always, when I painted, there are logs that have fallen. So the logs that have fallen are a significance of something old. When the logs fall, the tree is done with, the tree is done, therefore the logs have fallen. So a phase of life, or there is a closure of something in life, therefore I paint the logs. So the logs falling down are not a bad ending, or it's nothing bad. It's just to remind us that, okay, some things have to fall, some things have to shed, like the snake shedding the skin. Some things have to be um, said goodbye to. But it is not an ending of life. It is just some things, it could just be a way of thinking, really. And I painted that as a part of this painting, so that maybe he's standing and he's looking and he's in the moment, and he's let go of a couple of his beliefs, or a couple of his, it could just be he's stressed about something, he just let it go. So that was the significance of the logs that have fallen. The river, the river also, it's blurry, it's abstract, but it's got a beautiful blue color. It's beautiful to me, and the river is flowing. So that is what I was thinking of when I painted the river. The river is flowing, life goes on. The river is flowing, life goes on. If that makes any sense to anyone who's listening. When the river flows, the water goes ahead, it is flowing. It's never going to come back in the same space. And it's the same with life. A moment has come in life and it has passed. Good, bad, ugly. Doesn't matter. I'm not describing, I'm not talking about any moments. It could be any moment, good, bad, ugly. Moments come and they go. Life goes on. The river flows. The river can, even if the river is stagnant, if the water is not flowing, it's never the same. The waters, there are ripples, there's something, there's movement in the river, and it's always, to me, a river flowing is forward movement. So that was the connection about this painting when I started, with the thought that life goes on. No matter what happens, life goes on. No matter what happens, the river will flow. So take a moment, be like the Lone Ranger. He's standing there. Be like him. And it could be for the smallest, the smallest moment of time. Just be with yourself, mind, body, and soul, and look at whatever it is that makes you feel appreciative in that moment. And that will change a lot of heaviness, a lot of confusion, a lot of all the low vibrational emotions. That will change your perspective towards something that you're going through, and maybe you need to put it aside for a while. So that was my intention of painting the flow of life, because of the voice in my head that was saying, no matter what happens, life goes on, life goes on, life goes on. That was the voice. We have a lot of voices in our head. So life goes on, and the river flows all the time. So that was the emotion behind painting the flow of life. I hope this painting makes somebody happy, or gives somebody even the slightest perspective to be in a moment. And to me, that's a win. I hope it. I hope. I hope. I hope somebody feels positive by looking at this painting. That's what I'm trying to say. If you do like this channel, do subscribe, share this um content with somebody that you feel needs to hear it in this moment of time, and stay connected with me so that we can discuss emotions of life. I do it through my paintings, and but they are emotions of life. They're just life lessons, emotions, and the deeper meanings that uh, I have uncovered in my journey as an artist. So thank you for staying with me on this journey, and I hope we stay connected.